It has truly been a while. I've actually been recording some other videos, but I don't know if I'll show them now that this new mini set has just released. Um, I found a deck list online that I thought would be pretty fun to play around with, and little did I know that currently I've played around 18 games with the deck, having a nearly 90% win rate. Uh, that seems a little absurd, but obviously now that I'll start recording it, it's just going to be loss after loss. But I will point out that there is a deck tracker on the right side of my screen. You can see that on top when the game starts, it'll show you my win rate and everything. Uh, so I'm not making up stuff. This deck has actually just been rolling people, and I don't understand why. It is a new variation of the Flood Paladin, and I don't know if it's because of the way that the meta currently is with the new mini set that's been released, or what the deal is. But this deck just seems to be taking wins. But yeah, now that I've said that, I'm most likely gonna lose. And one of my two losses is actually against a priest that kept using the what's the ability called? The spell that puts everything that's on the board into your opponent's deck in a package. Like they used that twice on me. I ran out of steam and then I just died. But let's see how this goes. So yeah, basically it's Starship Paladin mixed together with Flood Paladin, where you're just trying to fill out the board with a lot of small creatures, and then you eventually just like go crazy with everything. I mean, this is a choice, and I think the better option here is just coining out the star board. Because then I can use either the Dimensional Core on turn 2, which is like it's a little odd as a card, but it's pretty good when you turn it into a starship. Uh, or I can use turn 2 to put out these two things. Wait, so he does nothing really. I have to be careful about overexerting myself because last time I lost to a priest was because I just filled the board with a lot of stuff, which is what this deck wants to do. Like it is obviously what the deck wants to do is just fill out the board and then use Crusade Aura to just smack down your opponent. Um, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to do that now. Like I can do this, and then I can refrain from using the starport until a later point. Because now if he does the thing where he shuffles everything back, I don't feel like it's as bad. And I do want some of my stuff to die. That way I can actually have a starship. Sure. I feel like that's fine for me. I don't know if he's just trying to aggro me down. If he's trying to aggro me down, then I think we're going full in on the actual plan of the deck. Use this. Use this. Get another star piece out. And then swing, swing. This goes face. And hopefully he doesn't just shuffle everything away. He might. This might have been a mistake to go so hard on this, but I know that there are some lists of priests that go full aggro. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is what we want. We want to have all the pieces into the starship. Because that means if we use the starship, the Rainer is going to get a lot out of it. Okay, so let's just assume that what he wants to do now is shuffle stuff back. So we just launch this. That way it has been launched and Raynor will now be able to use it. And it's also just setting up for lethal. But yeah, like, it's kind of absurd the amount of damage this deck can do. Like this time my opponent helped me a lot by just clearing the board. Um, And if he does do the thing where he shuffles everything back, it's not the end of the world unless he has multiple copies of that card in hand, which he might. Who knows? That was how I lost the previous one against the priest, is that he had more than one copy of the whole. I can't remember what the card is called. Like if he plays it, I can point out that yeah, that's the card. But I'm pretty sure anyone who watches the video that are like good at Hearthstone, and I can okay, yeah. So this deck is a little bit absurd, and I feel like I'll showcase another game. Like as you can see, I'm not mythic yet. Well, legend. Yeah, legend. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of arena. Oh, Magic Arena. I'm not legend yet, uh, but still, I'm high diamond. Pretty much getting to the point where I'll be against the best decks trying to get their way up to legend. And this deck still seems to do fairly well. But as you can see, 89.5% win rate currently with nearly 20 games done. And I don't really feel like this deck has bad starts. Like, yeah, I have some high end that I can't really use at the start, but I just mulligan that away. But the likelihood of me having a good start is just so like high because half of my deck is 1 and 2 drops. The frequency also, yeah, I don't know. Like people seem to be ridiculing the deck a little bit, but I don't know. Like this deck actually does pretty well. True, it is spectacular. No, normally I mute my opponents. This time I won't. Is this like a good old combo druid or one? Like if I played these two, then I'm not that vulnerable to swipe. Because then he can swipe this because it becomes a 4/4, but that leaves this alive, killing everything else. I think this is better. Like I could do this. Yeah, I could do this, because then if I draw the Crusader aura, then even if he tries to swipe me now, which doesn't do a lot because, yeah, Divine Shield. Okay, so Crusader aura is pretty much just a game ender. Wait, no Crusader aura. But the cool thing about this is that now we can do the Starport, and then we can do this, and then good luck swiping forward. So yeah, this deck is extremely explosive. Like we're on turn 4 and my board looks like this. My opponent pretty much just dead. Yeah, okay, he gave up. Yeah. Oh, and flash sale. That's just that, and then easy game, easy life. Like I don't know what to say about this deck. It seems a little bit absurd. Like, and I see very few people playing this. It might just be because I'm not at a super high rank yet, but I just see so few people playing this, and with such a high win rate, I'm having a very hard time figuring out why that is. Um, I think I'll do one more game just to like really show that this deck does so well. Like now we're up at 20 games. We have a 90% win rate, which like it's absurd. It's actually absurd. You see, 90%. Okay, we're against another Paladin, but every Paladin I've played against so far has all been like hand buff Paladin, and that list we also do pretty well against. Like there has been one time where I felt like it was close, that they almost got me where it was a hand buff Paladin because of all the hand buffing. Uh, this hand is a little bit awkward. Drone Deconstructor, that's fine. Then we can Drone Deconstructor, see what we get, and then play another SC. Because then we can next turn do salvage the bunker. Like, I'd much rather do something else. Okay, it's hand buff. Okay, this might be better. Because then he turned 3, played the thing that buffs his hand, obviously. I feel like we played this without using the magnetic portion, just to get the capacitator bigger. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Then we can see if I'm lucky, I draw the Crusader aura now, and then I think it's just GG. Like, most of the stuff I can draw is pretty good. The only things I don't want to draw is, like, the only thing I do not want to draw is the Titan. The Paladin Titan right now would be bad. Yeah, like, this is also good, because then I can just refuel my hand. So do we trade in? I think I swing in here, and then I let him do the trade for everything else. I still believe I'm in a position where, if it was to happen that I just put down the Crusader aura, then the game's just over. Because no matter how much hand buffing he does, he's not going to be able to keep up with that. Yeah, this is also what I consider just be over, right? Because then everything gets buffed. He has a much harder time getting through to my minions. And it sets him up for next turn I win the game unless he's able to deal with my entire board. And the Hellion also, like, this thing is juicy. Like, this thing is so good. I've had so many situations where this thing is what saves me from losing. Oh, are they going back to the Excavate plan? Because I also saw was someone earlier playing Excavate hand buff Paladin. And I know that for a long time that was kind of outdated. I mean, there's nothing you can get that helps you. You've lost. Yeah, cool. A card that never sees play. So yeah, this was the showcase I wanted to do. It's a quick one that just I don't know what to say about this deck. It seems extremely absurd that this is a deck that I'm not really encountering a lot, but that has so much potential. I might put up the other videos that I've been recording. I recorded something with a Discover Hunter. I've been recording an arena run. Both of them have been kind of miserable. The Discover Hunter plays were not exactly great, and that's more because I was not good at piloting the deck. I became better eventually, but my recordings of it was not good. Same with the arena run, is that I tried to see how far I could get, but I ended up just losing most of my early games. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this video, and if you want more like this or some of the other card games that I play, like Magic Arena, then do let me know, and it might happen. But cheers, and see you guys around.